Well, hello internets, here we are. We have ourselves a vlog once again for the day in progress. Got a few things I'd like to update on. And yeah, welcome to our vlog, so here we go. Well, it's been I have no idea how long since I grabbed a camera, and I have no idea where we were in the whole vlog timeline or whatever. But I've had to lighten my workload or project load here this fall. I was struggling after coming home from the camping adventure to get everything done for the fall. Traditionally, the fall's always been the expensive time of year. You know, where insurance is due and bills are due, rent is lease to be signed, you know, potential move in the fall, stuff like that. As well as the weather change that happens in the fall throws me for a bit of a loop, and it seems to be here the last 8 months I've been more sensitive to the weather changing, more sensitive to the ups and downs, more sensitive to things, and it seems to snowball where one thing leads to another, leads to another, leads to 6 more things, which then start to feed off each other, and all that kind of makes a perfect storm of everything, where it's very, very, very hard or virtually impossible for me to function. And the more that I struggle to get back to things, or to get things done, or to get projects done, the worse it gets. And you know, sometimes you just have to let go of things and not do them. You know, sell them, give them away, not do them. You know, unplug from YouTube. Maybe unplug permanently from YouTube and social media. You know, reevaluating your past hobbies to see if they're even, what do you want to call it, worth continuing in the future. If something's not paying its way for the cable internet bill, then is it really worth keeping going? If something's not paying its way to pay for admissions or fuel or maintenance on the vehicle or the camper to go to these places, then is it really worth doing? There was a time where I ate and breathed YouTube. I gave it everything I had. I ignored family, I ignored friends, I ignored things that were going around me that maybe I should have dealt with sooner, with the hopes that if I put everything into YouTube, then I would become not YouTube famous, but it would be worth doing, it would be worth my while. And we are, by the time you guys see this, we will be past my what is it, 16 years, 14 years, 15 years, I forget what it is now, on YouTube. You think that long on YouTube, if I haven't made it by now, I'm probably not gonna. There's people that lose as many subscribers in a day that I have gained in the 14 years. So I thank each and every person that watches my videos, but between the YouTube's 70-30 cut and the expenses of going places, and I don't know what happened with the they put in something new, and I think my deposited earnings were like $500-600 less than the stated earnings. So what's that, a 40% tax bracket? So I have no idea that kind of what do you want to call it, clawback from whoever is getting this money for doing nothing is really takes a bite out of things. I probably could have made it, finished my 2019 route if I still would have had that little extra money from them, that they did what they did. So I've decided to not do the trailer project this fall. Watching the temperatures are getting colder. It is still +10, +12 Celsius during the day, which is warm enough for working temperature, but it is getting cold, getting frost, and kind of freezing at night, or potentially freezing at night. So given the way last year was, we could have winter in the next 3 weeks to a month. Probably by late October to early November, just like last year, we could have snow on the ground again. So by abandoning or postponing the trailer for another, whatever it is, 6 months, I will have saved me the headache and hassle and expense by doing what I did with the trailer. However, come next spring in late May, like when usually I'd be trying to get out to do a few camping trips, whether it's May long, early June, I may not be able to do any this year because I will be working on the trailer. As soon as I can figure things out, I'm going to list a few more items for sale and hopefully try to save that a couple $100 I get to buy the plywood that I need for next year for the floor of the trailer and whatever panel board or whatever I need if it happens to have worked its way into the wall from now sitting for 6 months being wet. I'm hoping that by doing this I haven't virtually shot myself in the foot, because by leaving something that is potentially already moldy, by leaving something that is already wet for 6 more months, it's going to be worse in the spring. One of the good things though is coming into winter like this, the -40, -50 winters will probably freeze dry per se most of that. So I was kind of hoping to have it exposed and all the wetness out of there so it would like freeze dry over winter, and then there's less headache to deal with in the spring. I may lose the camping season, but I had pretty much written off next year's camping season already when I found the damage to the trailer. Knowing how much money I have, which is not even enough to get through the month, not even enough after I pay the rent and the bills to buy groceries, knowing that the money has to come from somewhere that's not available, knowing all of that ahead of time, I knew that my camping days, if not over, were going to be severely impacted for the next couple of seasons. I don't see me having the ability to buy a replacement trailer, even though right now in the fall of the year is a perfect time to buy one, because I can have any choice of the trailer under a $6,000 to $7,000 mark, and there's tons of them out there, like literal tons of them out there. But at the same time, there's nothing to replace this trailer with, so I am basically either I have to fix it over a span of 3-4 years, I don't know, or I have to pull the propane tanks off it and wheel it across the road to the scrapyard and, well, wash my hands of it, kind of a thing, right? You know, it's just kind of the way it goes. I bought this trailer not because I wanted it. I bought this trailer because I honestly thought by buying this trailer it would make everything better. You know, family would come back, we'd be a family again, because suddenly I have a trailer that has a bathroom and a stove and a microwave, and it's not a cargo trailer, because who in their right mind wants to camp in a cargo trailer? They gotta have the manufactured RV with the washer and dryer and the satellite dish and all the crap that I don't want. So I thought, you know, given this trailer would be good for the future. That, and at the time of buying this trailer, I had a lot of crap going on in my life. I wasn't clear-minded to think about things, and buying a 10-year-old trailer is a gamble, especially if you're planning on keeping it for more than a year or two. I should have sold it, you know, a year after buying it. You know, at least I would have got back more than what I would have paid for it. I had also, in my life, grasping at straws for a place to live, for funding for a place to live, trying to find a place to live, and I honestly thought I was going to end up being homeless, whether sleeping on a park bench somewhere, or in a tent somewhere, or with this trailer. I thought I could go out west and live on the coast, which that is still not off the books. It's just there's no way to do that right now on my current thing. So I've switched my focus now from the trailer to getting a few of these mini smaller fall things done, like the truck serviced. You know, like I've signed my lease. I'm stuck here for good or better for another year. Not sure how it's gonna go, but when you have to give your money to pay rent, and then the money you put to pay the rent increase was your grocery money, and now you gotta spend. So you went and bought $50 in groceries at the beginning of the month. So you went and bought a couple of bags of groceries at the beginning of the month, because that's all you had money for. And you still got 2 weeks left of the month, and your cupboards are empty. You know, unless I feel like drinking a bottle of ketchup or a bottle of barbecue sauce, or, you know, mustard or mayo or something. I'm not quite sure how it's going to work out or what's going to happen. All I know is if the rent increases again, I have to move. And since this is one of the cheaper apartments in town that is still reasonably safe, I don't feel like moving to one of the other ones and saving $50 and end up getting knifed, taking out the garbage, or vehicle stolen because I was trying to save money on rent. The only other outcome is to, well, you know, move into something that is smaller with wheels that you can be more mobile on. You know, something that allows you to stay where you are for the night, film your videos, move on to the next day, next stop, stay the night there, and then move on from there. Maybe getting something in the winter time that is warm, and then back on the road again for the spring. I believe I've completely run out of content by now on YouTube. I need to get this computer looked at and fire things up from there. I have tentatively set myself a date for the new year to go back to YouTube. I know it's going to be 3 months. I know whatever, the analytics and whatever will take a hit again, and I'll drop from being not nobody to a never was kind of a thing. But sometimes you gotta put yourself first before putting a so-called hobby that is not paying for itself before your own mental and physical needs. But just a few things I've had going on in my head during this nice, wonderful insomnia stretch. Can't seem to get a break from it, can't seem to get help for it, can't seem to get away from it. It is what it is, and around we go. And as always, thanks for watching. Maxwell's Vlogs. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.